What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. The contractor's done working on the roof and changing the trusses. Today we've got to move that 2,800-pound Bridgeport into that corner to make a little room for the lift. If you hear the fan blowing, I can't do anything about it. That thing's on a little temperature switch, so it'll come on when it needs to. So hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. I did end up painting out here. This stuff has never been painted since I put up the walls years ago, but got it all painted. Looks all right, I guess. I think what got me as far as getting sick is taking down all this styrofoam I put up before. You know, mice have been crawling around up there. This was a horse barn, so there was like wasp nests and birds have been flying in here and stuff. So there was a lot of crazy dust, and it must have gotten past my masks and stuff, and it just wiped me out for like 3 weeks. So anyway, got all that stuff kind of down. I still got to do more, obviously, but it's enough for me to run the line over and drop it in back there. Now, the mill is 2,800 pounds. This pedestal here on the back is for a shaper, which is like a metal planer, essentially. It has a tool that drags across it and cuts and then comes back and drags. I'm never going to use that, so I'm just going to turn this thing that way, back it in. A lot of people kind of put their mills in corners for that reason. Now this thing is 60 inches roughly from this handle edge to this handle edge, and with the table centered, and about 60 again from there to the end of the pedestal. So I removed the box. I'm just try to rotate it with the bucket and slide it in there. Give me a little bit of room for the table to move. Relocate that box to the wall. Bada boom, bada bing. Hopefully it'll work out. But here's the ceiling. So this is the truss work that the contractor did. I forgot exactly how much extra room I got, but it's quite a bit, like 28 more inches or 20, I don't know, 30, I don't remember how much. Quite a bit more room. I did find a sweet new grill for my truck. That thing has no dents and it's in great shape. So yeah, that thing's sweet. So that's it. The radiant tube heater has been totally installed now. Everything is right. So I got it plumbed in. I'll show you that in a second. The overhead storage, that's come in super handy. I've been working on putting stuff up in there. So that's opened up a lot of room. You can see the place is a total mess. I still have a ton of work to do out here, but you know, that's gonna be a huge addition. I got this sweet ladder thing. I don't know what they're called. Rolling ladder deal. I don't know, for like a store or a warehouse or something like that. Rolls around. So I got that for free. The contractor found it for me, so it helped him to do all this stuff, and then it's going to help me to, put all the stuff up in the storage. So there's the gas line I plumbed in. I didn't have a pipe die set, and this length of pipe was basically all that was available at the store, and there was no one there to cut any pipe and thread it, so it's on the front side of this header. Just came down, made some little standoffs for it, and it just goes like right out the wall there. So everything should be good. Hopefully within the next week or two, the gas company will have this thing all fired up and it'll be good. And I won't have to rely on that little wood burning stove so much. I did finally find a lift and a tire machine and a balancer with it. So kind of funny story. The guy that came out here to basically make sure that all of the stuff was ready for them to run the gas line, we got to talking, and I told him I was looking for a lift, and it was his cousin that has the lift and the tire machine and the balancer and everything. So it's a reasonable price for that. It's brand new. On the crates, just never been installed. So that's the guy that I bought the lift from. I haven't picked it up yet. It's a little ways away, about an hour and a half away. So I'll get that sometime at the end of the week. But it's pretty interesting. Just the guy that comes out here, we get to chatting, end up with a lift. Wait for the glow plugs. Hopefully the battery ain't dead. I don't know, you think I need a tire machine? Man, there's a lot of tires over there. More in there. I'm not really sure how this is going to work. I'm going to try to catch this corner with the bucket and push it. This pad is just a little bit lower than this one, so I don't think I'm going to hit it and knock it over, but who knows. We'll just have to see how it goes. Alright, since I did manage to slide it over, what I did is I hooked just a ratchet strap on the bottom of the foot underneath the bucket, so I'm pulling low around it through there, and hopefully it doesn't break. But if it does, it'll just go underneath the bucket and no big deal. So hopefully I can get this thing to just pull around a little bit. If we're lucky, it'll just move. I think it's alright to pull on that foot from what I've been told, so we're going to give it a shot. It seemed to be going pretty good so far. So now I can just bring the bucket in straight, push it home. I can kind of steer the mill by how much pressure I put on, like if I turn the tractor that way, it'll force the mill that way. So having this big angle on the bucket is working out. You can see it's closer right here touching because I'm trying to steer it this way. Might not be easy for you guys to see, but I definitely got to get that that crank kind of over that side a little bit. So we got a little ways to go. It went a lot better than I thought. Yeah, pretty uneventful, thankfully. So overall, I think it went pretty well. No big problems. There's still room back there where my DRO, all the wiring, it's not touching the wall. There's about, an inch of space, 3/4 of an inch of space, something like that. Pretty close to the wall. Everything worked out. My VFD went out on me, so I had to replace that. Just got to put the faceplate back on it. Yeah, other than that, pretty good. These tables don't usually swing all the way out. Most people don't use them at their full extremity, so I don't have to worry about all of that. And this mill is in good shape. It's not all worn out or anything, but still it only gets used maybe 12 inches or so in the center usually. And I got tons of room. Also, I didn't really want the mill too close to the wood burning stove. That thing puts off a lot of heat. And I don't want like one side of the mill boiling hot. This is where all the oils are and everything, so it'll actually help out. You pull this lever down here like that, and it injects oil through all of these lines, all up inside of the saddles and everything. So it lubricates through here with special oil, but yeah, should keep it nice and warm. Over there, had a little bit of help, but other than that, I think it's good. Still have a lot of room. So definitely helped out quite a bit. Well, that actually worked out a lot better than I thought. I figured it was going to be a monster. Luckily, the tractor did all the hard work for me. You know, I don't know what it's like putting that kind of pressure on that bucket. It's really not made for stuff like that, but you know, it worked out okay. Take it slow and easy. So now that the mill is in this corner, should be good to go. The lathe, I don't really know what to do with a lot of this stuff out here. The lathe, I'll probably just move that thing right back into that corner. So it's not super exciting, but I'll film it since I'm out here. Well, what do you think? Not too bad, huh? That thing kind of weighs a lot, but mostly it's all the steel and stuff underneath of it. Pretty good. This is just a 110 lathe. It's a little tiny thing, so it won't have any trouble just running off of this regular 15 amp outlet. Like I said, it's pretty tiny. It's a 10-inch Atlas from the 40s or 50s, something like that. It's good enough for kind of what I need to do. The mill was the big thing. So now that this thing's out of the way, I can run all this, you know, wiring back over to it. This is, I guess, the little machining center. Got to figure out what to do with a lot of this stuff over here. Don't know. This table over here is a really nice table. Can't really tell because it's so full of junk, but this is a maple top, like super old from the 60s probably, drafting table that was in one of the, you know, big three, GM, Chrysler, Ford, one of those. The whole top tips up and everything. It's a really nice table, but it takes up a lot of room. So maybe the tire machine or balancer or something can go in this general area. Once I get rid of kind of a lot of this stuff and everything, put a bunch of it upstairs, I think that we'll have a lot more room. So without making this a shop cleaning video, which no one wants to see, I think we're going to call it right there. We got what we wanted to get done. You know, the mill is moved, even got the lathe moved. So that's basically it. It's starting to cool off out here. I'm starting to get a little bit hoarse, so I'm going to head back inside. I'll come out here again tomorrow or something like that. Start messing around with the rest of the stuff. Like I said earlier in one of the previous videos, things are slow right now because everything is a mess right now, but I'll get you videos as soon as I can. And that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.